Rob Warren is fielding criticism about his appearance alongside estranged wife Sophie Sierra in 90 Day, The Last Resort Season 2. Rob and Sophie have a tumultuous history, first appearing in 90 Day Fiancé Season 10 and later 90 Day Fiancé Happily Ever After Season 8. Their long-distance romance changed once Sophie moved to America to live with Rob. They clashed over their living conditions and trust issues, but they still married before the end of the 90 days. Sophie moved out soon after marrying Rob because the toxic relationship was harming her mental health. After spending a season on the brink of divorce, Rob and Sophie called it quits at the end of Happily Ever After. It therefore raised questions when the couple returned to The Last Resort, where the goal is to repair broken relationships. With Rob having already given up on his marriage, the decision to return to television again sparked accusations of clout chasing and fame seeking. Rob and Sophie's toxic marriage shows no signs of reconciliation. They split up at the end of Happily Ever After. Rob and Sophie's marriage was broken from the start. The couple's toxic dynamic surfaced as soon as they were together in person. Sophie was critical of Rob's living situation, and instead of helping her feel comfortable in his space, he balked at Sophie's requests. Rob constantly accused Sophie of being spoiled, which created a nasty dynamic between them. The relationship was also tarnished by a lack of trust. Rob had inappropriate interactions with other women online, which devastated Sophie. She never truly moved on. Sophie sank into a depression and couldn't get out of it. Rob was little help and was actually turned off by Sophie's condition. Even as they tried to move past the indiscretion, they never fully regained trust. Rob was irritated by interference from Sophie's mother and friend, who offered her the support she wasn't getting at home. Rob and Sophie's attempts to repair their marriage on 90 Day Fiancé Happily Ever After only created further frustration. Rob was irritated by interference from Sophie's mother and friend, who offered her the support she wasn't getting at home. They each kept secrets from each other. Rob relating to his communication with other women, and Sophie relating to her bisexuality. Rob and Sophie seemed happier apart, which they recognized by the end of the season. They admitted they brought out the worst in each other, which seemed to solidify their breakup. Rob defended his choice to continue filming with Sophie after their breakup. He claimed he's dedicated to saving their marriage. Rob and Sophie's return to the franchise is suspect, considering they agreed to end their marriage in 90 Day Fiancé Happily Ever After. Viewers quickly assumed the couple were motivated by money and fame. Their relationship is non-existent in 90 Day The Last Resort Season 2. Sophie's continued lack of trust proves nothing has changed, and Rob hasn't shown any motivation for being with Sophie other than sexual attraction. Rob defended his decision to appear on 90 Day The Last Resort in his Instagram stories. He claimed that being married always meant the world to him. He wanted to take advantage of the opportunity to give it that much more, in hopes of working our marriage out. Despite having publicly ended his marriage and moved on with a new alleged girlfriend, Rob insists he's still open to reconciling with Sophie. He wanted to dispute accusations that he was desperate for money. Rob explained that his finances improved between filming 90 Day Fiancé and Happily Ever After finding a new job and fewer travel expenses. He wanted to dispute accusations that he was desperate for money. While money may not be his motivation for returning to the franchise, he may have other reasons for wanting to remain on screen. Is Rob's attention-seeking behavior behind his decision to keep filming? The franchise has become part of his identity. Rob's attention-seeking tendencies suggest his main reason for joining 90 Day The Last Resort isn't saving his marriage. Rob constantly needed reassurance from Sophie during their relationship. Once he began appearing on television, he likely started to crave the same attention from audiences. Rob seems to have built his identity around 90 Day Fiancé. He created a 90 Day Bad Boys group with fellow franchise alums that has gained over 50K followers. Reality TV writer Shabuti claims Rob is slated to appear in yet another 90 Day spin-off, which will feature singles from the franchise sharing a house in Mexico. Rob is seeking validation by returning to the 90 Day franchise, even though his marriage ran its course. He claims he's dedicated to making his marriage work, but his actions speak otherwise. Rob and Sophie have proven that they're better off apart. Repairing their marriage on 90 Day, the last resort, would require a level of commitment neither has exhibited in the past.